this is JC. Welcome to Missed Again, where every missed shot is a lesson. It's not about perfect play, it's about my struggles and honest progress. Today, I'm going to share an aiming tool that was designed to help players learn correct aiming points for cut shots in American pool, Heyball, British pool, and even snooker. It's called the Hybrid Aiming Training Tool, as it can be used for both the ghost ball aiming method and fractional aiming. It is developed from my popular hybrid aiming video linked above and in the description. Regardless of the method you use, the goal is to use it as a framework or reference guide to develop your instinctive aiming. But this aiming tool will take out the guesswork for your aiming points and help you recognize angles faster so that you can visualize the aiming points in your mind once they come up. Like all my previous tools, they are available as free printable downloads at missedagainpool.com, or click the link in the pinned comment or description for this hybrid aiming training tool. Let's do a deep dive into this tool. There are 3 versions of this tool, one for American pool and Heyball, which I'm using here, and smaller templates for both British pool and snooker. After you download the tool, simply print it out on regular printing paper. It is designed so you can cut it down to a smaller, handier size. This makes it much easier to bring around. The tool features half a circle at the top and 9 small circles with lines extending from the half circle. The center small circle with the 1 inside has an arrow pointing down, which will point to the cue ball when using it on the table. If you use the ghost ball aiming method, each small circle represents the aiming point for the right contact point for different cut shots. The center of the small circles is the center of each ghost ball at that specific cut angle. So a straight shot would use the center small circle as a ghost ball target. You can fine-tune your ghost ball visualization using the center circles as you practice with the training tool. Each of the small circles also has a fraction inside. For fractional aiming, this tool works very well to help learning to identify angles and the fractional aiming point on the object ball. For more info on fractional aiming, watch my hybrid aiming video linked in the description. Here we have a half ball hit, and the fractional aiming point is the center of the cue ball to the outer edge of the object ball. For a 1/4 ball hit, you aim the center of the cue ball about 1 cue tip to the left of the outer edge of the object ball. So essentially, you're aiming into space. You can see the 1/4 ball overlap on screen by the stripes of the 9 ball. For a 1/8 ball hit, it is even thinner. To aim for this hit, I line up the edges of the cue ball and object ball and then realign so that the edges overlap slightly. For the 3/4 ball hit, you aim the center of the cue ball 1/4 inwards from the outside edge of the object ball, as visualized by the stripe of the 9 ball. Naturally, these fractions and aiming points apply when the cut shot is from the other side of the object ball as well. Let's discuss how to use the training tool on the table. Here we have a shot that comes up in every game. It is a cut shot to the corner pocket. If you're unsure what cut angle this is or cannot visualize the ghost ball, this is where the tool will really help. Take the tool and tuck the top half circle directly under the object ball. The gray center should just touch the bottom of the object ball. Orientate the tool so that the bottom arrow points directly to the center of the cue ball. Now look down at the tool and see which small circle lines up directly with the pocket. For this shot, the 3/4 circle is the one in line with the pocket, although it may not look like it from this camera angle. So if you're using the ghost ball method, visualize the ghost ball and double check that it is lined up with the 3/4 circle on the left. If you're using fractional aiming, aim the center of the cue ball 1/4 inwards from the outside edge of the object ball. Get down and line up on the shot. Shoot at the aiming point to pocket the ball. As you can see, the small circles become visual anchors for different cut angles. If the cut angle is an in-between angle or fraction, simply aim for the empty spaces between the small fraction circles. Let's have another look from the shooter's perspective. Here we have another shot set up with the training tool tucked under the object ball. The tool must be in the correct orientation by pointing the bottom arrow to the center of the cue ball. When everything is set, look down on the tool and see which fraction circle lines up with the pocket. In this case, the 3/4 circle on the right lines up with the pocket. Go back behind the cue ball. If you're using the ghost ball method, visualize the ghost ball and double check that it's lined up with the 3/4 circle. If you're using fractional aiming, aim the center of the cue ball 1/4 inwards from the outside edge of the object ball. Get down and line up on the shot. Shoot at the aiming point to pocket the ball. The tool also works for back cuts that can be challenging as the aiming point is always in space. Take the training tool and tuck the top under the object ball so that the grey center just touches the bottom of the object ball. Orientate the tool so that the bottom arrow points directly at the center of the cue ball. Look down on the tool to see which fraction circle lines up with the pocket. In this case, it is the left 1/4 circle. As before, depending on your aiming method, find your aiming point and take the shot, using the tool as a reference check. Well, that's it. The tool is very simple to use once you know how. It is important that you use the tool as a learning or training aid and do not let it become a crutch. Use it to learn and double check your aiming points till you can identify the cut angles and aiming points instinctively. Let me know if you find the tool useful and share the download link with others who you think can benefit from it. If you'd like to show appreciation, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to support the channel even more, pick up a piece of original merchandise at missagainpool.com. Every miss makes us better, so let's grow together. My name is JC. Try not to miss again.